Merry Christmas, Train Retail subscribers. This week, I don't have a management training video for you. I don't have a sales training video for you. For those of you who are tuning in this week, the faithful few who are, Merry Christmas. And I hope you've had a wonderful holiday. I have a special treat for you that won't be super taxing on the brain, I hope. See, I just don't think that right now is the time for us to be worried about developing new training or working on new skills. At this point, I sure hope you've had a very successful selling season. I hope you've had great time with customers. And since we're only a couple days away from Christmas at the time of this video, I hope that right now you're thinking about all of the great things you're going to be doing at the holiday times with people that you love. So in lieu of doing something formal and training and brainy or anything like that, let's just have some fun. I spent some time digging up some old content that I had written years ago, and I found this story that I want to share with you now. I've tweaked it just a little bit for our purposes today. This was a story that I had written for a magazine called In-Store Magazine, which is a jewelry trade publication years ago, and I performed this on a podcast for them at that time. I found it, I had a good chuckle at it, so I dusted it off, tweaked it a little bit for our purposes here at Train Retail, and I thought I would share it with you. So sit back, sip some hot cocoa or coffee or whatever brings you some joy this morning, and I hope this story makes you smile a little bit. This is a story that I call "'Twas the Night Before a Retailer's Christmas." And maybe Jimmy will, put in some cool fireplace effects, Christmas music. Enjoy. 'Twas the day before Christmas, when all through the store, all the salesmen were setting up to open and prepping the floor. The orders were placed by the staff with great care in hopes that FedEx would soon deliver there. Our items were displayed around a festive spread, while our staff had visions of great sales dancing in their heads. And I, with my key, unlocked the door fast, preparing myself for the horde that would descend in mass. When out of the office there arose such a clatter, I sprang into action to see what was the matter. Away to the orders department I flew like a flash, tore open the jobs, and threw up my hands fast. Mrs. Johnson's big order, due to deliver that day, was never ordered and would be delayed. Mrs. Smith's new bauble was sitting in shambles. Parts were not ordered. To get it done would be a gamble. The door chimed brightly as the first customers came in. My heart skipped a beat. This was about to be a whirlwind. To my team I whistled and shouted and called out the orders. Come, Susan and River and Dave and Samantha. Fetch us the orders and summon the parts. To the workbench, to the floor, we must serve them all. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. Off we all went to fill up orders fast, in the frenzy we all know as the Christmas dash. One clerk made a sale while calling an order. Another sketched a custom design while creating a reorder. My worksmith whipped up 10 items and patched a dozen more, while I sold last-minute shoppers new presents. When met with an obstacle, we all took it with stride, for this is the reason we do what we do with pride. As the clock struck noon, all of our tummies gave a grumble. No time to stop, no time to fumble, only time to scarf some chocolate and cookies. Taking lunch breaks. That's for rookies. The phone rang all day. In between clients, we'd pick up to answer silly questions or tell them when we lock up. And suddenly, as quick as the day began, the customers cleared out, every woman and man. Everyone left right and happy, except for the Scrooges, who will always be snappy. Off they went to be with the ones they love, to make memories together and thank the good Lord above. In our store, the smoke clears and dust settles. Our team is quite tired from selling precious metals. Yet still we are buzzing, all night we'll be wired. This day of excitement makes it hard to retire. We lock up the doors and gather together to give thanks for each other, for all that we've weathered. Christmas, we say, is not about presents. It's not about bling or dollars or cents. And so we share a few moments to talk about goodwill and peace, the reason for our season, and share thankful prayers for each. With that, we say good night and go home to our loved ones to make memories with spouses and parents, with our daughters and sons. On the way out, I say once more as we lock up that night, Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night. Merry Christmas, everyone, and have a Happy New Year.